to be all in or don't be in at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know with football it takes a lot out of you. It does take a lot out of you. So it's either you need to give it your all or don't do it. Because if you give it 50%, it's not gonna work. You give it 80%, it's not gonna work. Even 95, it ain't gonna work. So yeah, it's either you be all in or this is no point in doing it.
Yes, sir. I'm your host, Leroy, and welcome back to The Insight. But before we start, could you make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for any new content that will be coming your way very soon. But without further ado, enjoy the pod. With the coaches that you've had throughout your career so far, has it, how have they been? Have they been like old school, new school? Like, what's the dynamics?
I had a bit of everything. I've had, as I said, I'm 21. I'm 21 now, and I've had a bit of everything. I've had old school, new school, medium school, anything you want to call it. I've had them all. Um, I've always said to me as a player, like it doesn't matter what type of manager it is. Like at the end of the day, you know what you're gonna get out of me. I'm not one of the players that will be lazy and has bad attitude and things like that. I'll work hard and I'll do what I need to do at the end of the day. Even if you don't like me, I'm still gonna do what I need to do. So obviously it is hard because the old school thing is more of it's a hard one. Obviously the only manager that didn't play me at all was an old school manager, and that was at Hartlepool. So obviously that was frustrating, but there's nothing I could have really done about that. But as I said, in the meantime, I was still working hard and do what I need to do off the pitch.
True. So now you've obviously gone to Bolton to get some game time. How did you how did that come about, and how did you feel when it happened?
The gaffer here used to coach Barrow in National League, so I played against him a couple of times, to be fair, like 4 or 5 times. Played against him, and I knew exactly how he likes his fullbacks or wingbacks to play. And obviously, in pre-season, I was thinking that I want to go on loan because of the fact of I want to get game time at the end of the day. I didn't want to do another full season or potentially being on the bench or not being involved at all.
Yeah.
So in my mind, there's a thing I wanted to go on loan and get a bit of experience. And I knew that the gaffer here was interested. So at first we tried to get it done, but it didn't really work out because of the fact of Luton wanted me to stay and things like that. They wanted me to stay, and I said, yeah, of course, I was happy to stay. But then when I noticed that potentially it could lead into me not playing at all, me just being on the bench and things like that, that's when I was like, nah, I need to kind of push for a loan kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't get me wrong, Luton were like, yeah, they understand it, and Luton were like, that's fine, like you can go on loan, like, you need to get the game time. So then, yeah, once I knew the gaffer how bad the gaffer really wanted me, it was like the gaffer here wanted me, is like I wasn't gonna go anywhere else. Obviously, there was other options, but for me, it was like when a manager wants you that bad, and you already know how he is as a manager and how he wants his players to play, there's only one place he should come.
No, for sure. I think that's a very important thing that maybe some players miss out, but it's very good to go somewhere where you're wanted.
Yeah.
Sometimes, regardless of maybe where the team is, if that coach wants you, he's instilling some confidence in you. He gives you time to get what you need done, as you saw at Hartlepool, which has obviously led you to this point.
No, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's the thing you need to make sure that you're wanted. Don't just go somewhere to be there. You need to make sure that you're wanted and you're needed.
No, for sure. How are you enjoying Bolton?
I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. This is the best I've felt about football in a long time. I'm playing week in, week out, and as I said, me and the gaffer and me and the assistant manager Pete, we have a good relationship. Even the backroom staff, all of us have a good relationship with each other. And me and all the players, we respect each other, and like they know what they're gonna get out of me. I know what I'm gonna get out of them. So I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every minute of it. Obviously, you have your ups and downs in terms of games and results and things like that, but that comes with the game. That comes with the sport. That comes with the career. But I can't complain about how I'm feeling about playing week in, week out regularly.
Talk me through the goal, fam. So that was still
Which one? Which one? Which one?
a recent one. I think it was like a little. Is that a 1-2? Is that 1-2 with someone?
I'm trying to. Oh yeah, the Scunny against Scunthorpe away.
Yeah.
Nah, well, you want a step by step play?
Might as well now, fam.
So obviously, I think what's happened is I think the ball's like someone's giving the ball to a centre mid, and the centre mid's ran towards me. I'm on the halfway line. The centre mid's ran towards me, and he's kind of got to the byline with nowhere to go. So two people kind of came to him and kind of closed him up, closed up the space. One player's got it, but I knew that the player was gonna try and get it and run off. So I got my body in front of him, slide tackled him, meaning I scuffling on the floor. I ended up getting the ball up, and then as I've got the ball up, I've drove away, giving it to my teammate Nathan Delfonso, and to be fair, he done magic feet on two of the players, done magic feet, left them for dead, and then cut the ball back to me. In my head, all I was thinking was, as long as you keep the ball down, you're gonna score. Because I knew there was only one place I was gonna shoot, and that was a reverse back into the other side. I was never gonna shoot from post, so I just said in my head, make sure you keep the ball down. Ended up keeping the ball down and putting it in the corner. So yeah, it was happy. I was happy to score that one.
That's good, but talk me through that block, fam, because I saw that. I think I had to watch it a couple of times.
Then that's what I said to you. Obviously, like in something like that, I like, even like someone like me, someone like Gideon, like my older brother, we have that in us. Like we always do things like that. So obviously, like the ball's cut back at the edge of the box, and I'm already thinking there's only one thing he's gonna do here, is shoot. So if he's gonna shoot, I might as well just throw my body at it. It's gonna, if as long as I keep my body open, it will hit me somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, just jumped into it. Wherever it hit me, it was gonna hit me. If it hit me on my face, wherever. So then yeah, jumped into it, ended up doing the block, and yeah, as long as we didn't concede that, I was happy.
No, that's sick. It's nice to see that there's still that art of defending. I'm not a defender, but you can appreciate it.
No, definitely. As I said, like you need to. That for me felt good. I was happy with that. I was very happy with that block.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna hit a different topic. I know that you're a guy of faith, and I am one as well. But I like to ask players how they incorporate their faith. So we've obviously spoken a bit about how you like pray before games and whatnot. But I want to ask you: has your faith? So you've always been a Christian, right?
Yeah, always been a Christian.
Has your faith followed the steps that you've made in football, or has it taken a different direction? If that question makes sense.
Nah, yeah, it does make sense. I'd say in terms of my faith, I'd be like, of course, like I had loads of faith before getting released. Then I got released, and then it's a thing of I'm questioning everything, not just myself. I'm questioning everything, and then obviously me and my relationship with God and my faith kind of went down a little bit just because of where I was at that moment in my life. And as I said, that moment in my life taught me a lot, like about myself as a player, as a man, as a human being as well. So then obviously in terms of that one period, my faith went down a little bit, but then after that, everything just fell into place. Things were falling into place without me doing anything. And obviously everybody could say luck, but I've never been one to believe in luck. I don't believe in luck. I think it's either it happens or it doesn't.
Yeah.
And most of the time, certain things happen that you had no right to get, but you've got it. So in my opinion, as a man of faith, I see that there's only one man that could do all of this just because he wants to do it. So in terms of my faith, it's like I always give thanks to God, like during the good and the bad times, especially now, because there's certain things that I've had in my life and that I'm still getting that other people should have a lot more than me, but he's given me the chance to do it. So I need to show everyone that I'm not afraid to show how much I care and love what he says and what he does for me.
Yeah. Talk me through the prayers that you do in the change room. Have you always done it, or has it been something that you've started now in the change room, but maybe you've done like in your room before games or something?
I think I started doing it at Dunstable. I think Dunstable I started doing it. I think like late Dunstable I was doing it. And it was just a thing of, yeah, like in terms of the prayer, I've always said like even to the players, it's not like I'm not being it's not obviously it's like yeah, the match go well, blah blah blah. But for me it's like it's about everything. Like even though like I'm an aggressive player on the pitch, I would never want a player to break their leg and their career is done and things like that. Like so obviously it's about like asking God to protect everybody on the pitch, no one to get seriously injured, things like that. And obviously just giving him thanks, like for giving me another opportunity to showcase what I can do. And just asking hopefully everything goes well and things like that. But yeah, as I said, I'm not one to hide it. I always like I'll do it in the change room. I'll do it before the game. And yeah, like just as I said, it's nothing of I'd hide it. I'm proud of what I believe in, who I believe in. So I need to show everybody what I'm proud of.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good breath of fresh air because even in America where I'm playing, like we do a national anthem before every game. That's just how they do it.
Yeah,
Like before my games, I started whilst before like years ago. I'd pray. I'd go on my knees whilst we're doing the national, like after the national anthem and praying it, like to give my thanks regardless of what it is. So it's also good to just, it's a breath of fresh air to know that someone else is not afraid to hide the glory. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I think it's good, man. So this is my little advice section, just to end it off. How do you deal with criticism?
I don't. So what I mean by I don't is, okay, who's criticizing me?
Anyone. So it could be like a coach, it could be someone close to you. Like how do you deal with all sorts of criticism? I know if it's like there's certain ones that you can obviously you can take something and then throw away the rest because you know you don't really need that because you know in yourself.
I'm not. I'm not gonna name some, but there is some that honestly I wouldn't even listen to. It goes in one ear straight out the other.
Yeah,
But in terms of let's say like my coach and my dad and even myself, because obviously I need to criticize myself as well. Is in terms of that, I take it on the chin. Like they're only criticizing me because they want me to improve as a player. I take it on the chin and I try to like do what they're saying I should do better. Try to do it better. It's nothing about feel down or things anything like that. It's like in this game, if I'd rather someone criticize me because they want the best for me than for someone not to say anything just because they don't care. So for me, it's like in terms of things like that, like I take it, listen to it, absorb it, and obviously sometimes if I don't agree with it, then I'll see maybe I'll try and understand why they're saying that, where they're coming from, and pick up little things like that. So yeah, for me, it's like you take on the chin and you kind of make sure that you just understand where the person's coming from, and if you need to put work in from where the person said it, then you need to do it.
sure. How do you deal with not playing when you feel you should be playing?
Oh, just making sure you stay patient and keep your cool. I think that especially with the period of me not playing at Luton for however long I didn't play, that's the longest I've ever gone without playing. So that was quite frustrating for me. So it's like doing all of that and not playing at all. It's like you just need to make sure you keep your cool, stay patient. Your chance will come at the end of the day. But as I said, it is very frustrating when you're not playing. But you just need to make sure you keep your cool, train hard, keep doing what you're doing, and it will come.
No, for sure. If there was anything in your career so far that you could change, what would it be?
I don't know. It's a good question. Because honestly, like in terms of that question, I don't see myself changing anything. Because everything that I've gone through has built me as a man and as a player. So even though it was hard, I done the hard way, but it still helped me. Like it still helped me for my career. It still helped me for what I needed to do. So I don't really regret anything I've done or I'm doing.
I hear that. If you have any advice for any people that are aspiring to become a football player, any young people, what would it be? Just one piece of advice.
Just be all in or don't be in at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know with football it takes a lot out of you. It does take a lot out of you. So it's either you need to give it your all or don't do it. Because if you give it 50%, it's not gonna work. You give it 80%, it's not gonna work. Even 95, it ain't gonna work. So yeah, it's either you be all in or this is no point in doing it. And if you're gonna be all in, just know that you're only gonna have to be all in if you know that this is what you want. Like, this is what you want. This is what you need. So you need to make sure you do everything to keep that.
No, for sure, man. Hey, bro, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and I wish you the best for the rest of the season.
Nah, no worries, bro, fam. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, man. You take care and say hi.
Thank you. Yeah, I will do. See you later.
So,
See ya.
They got taught a lot at a young age, where like how to eat, like sleep. These are the kind of things that I was hearing, that these players at Chelsea got over us in terms of, like, in the academy. They were very fast and very early with that whole academy thing.